A man received a delivery containing a frozen penguin. Initially, he thought it was a realistic toy, but to his shock, the penguin suddenly moved. Popper was both startled and delighted. Carefully, he picked up the penguin, and to his surprise, the penguin responded with a bow. Since Popper had to go to work, he placed the penguin in the bathtub, filled it with ice, and hurriedly left. Before long, the penguin grew restless and began causing chaos in the bathroom. It accidentally turned on the faucet, and soon the bathtub overflowed with water. The penguin, however, was having the time of its life. When Popper returned home that evening, he didn't immediately notice the mess in the bathroom as he opened the door. The penguin casually waddled up to him and even made him an ice cream cone. Frustrated and overwhelmed, Popper decided he'd had enough. He contacted local animal agencies, hoping they could take the penguin off his hands, but they refused, stating they didn't handle Antarctic animals. Exhausted after a long day, Popper finally fell asleep. The next morning, Popper was startled awake by the penguin acting as a living alarm clock. He was at his wit's end and decided it was time to get rid of the penguin. Despite the penguin's reluctance to leave, Popper splashed it with water and forced it out. Just as he thought he was finally free, the building manager stopped him, asking if he had lost a penguin. Popper quickly denied it, but the manager wasn't convinced and showed him surveillance footage as proof. Cornered, Popper had no choice but to take the penguin back home. Things got even worse when another package arrived at his door. Hoping to send the original penguin back, he opened the box only for 5 more penguins to leap out. Now surrounded by penguins taking over his home, Popper felt utterly defeated. He couldn't figure out how to handle the growing penguin problem. Amid the chaos, Popper's ex-wife arrived with their children for a visit. The kids were ecstatic at the sight of the penguins, thinking they were a special surprise from their dad. Even Popper's usually reserved daughter couldn't help but smile as she played with them. Just as everyone was enjoying the moment, the penguin expert Popper had contacted earlier suddenly showed up at the door. Watching how much joy the penguins brought to his children, Popper told the expert he no longer wanted the penguins removed. However, there was something unsettling about the expert, who seemed to harbor sinister intentions toward the penguins.